Alright, I'm in.
What?
Yeah, 1 second. We're switching mics around.
Are we good now?
Did you just go?
Yeah.
We'll just keep talking.
Okay, sorry, we're trying to switch around mics and stuff. So Fardeen's, it looks like pretty similar to last week. I can't really tell what's different. I think some of these buttons got updated. That's all I can really tell. Yeah, that can be Fardeen's. Sorry, bud. All right. So trying to. Is our mic situation fine?
No, you're still connected.
She sounds fine.
Yeah, but if we can hear you better, just be on headphones instead of playing your voices on the speaker. So, but keep talking. Yeah.
Okay. So we can get into what I did. So this week, it was kind of just going back to the drawing board, which is totally fine. That happens. So I did a lot of like actual paper drawing, and then like a whole cards inspiration board that I worked on as well. Just like I needed to get ideas because it just what was currently there wasn't working. So as you see on this like white piece of paper, those are like written out ones that are just like card views that I worked on. My goal there was like trying to make the image smaller, and exploring like putting more information inside of those cards looks like. And so those kind of cards would be used on just the active projects page, whereas like the detail page, this would be displayed differently. Um, the yellow page, I was exploring what active projects could look like in a mobile, uh, on a mobile device. Um, so those are some views playing with where the image would go, and like the title and all that information. As far as like actually designing things in Figma, not much really happened as far as that goes. Like there's some of these that I toyed with, but upon me playing with them, I was like, you know, I just need to draw. And then last night I was gonna actually like go from these drawings to like actually designing them, but I had a major headache last night, so that didn't happen, unfortunately. Um, so question discussion for you guys as far as like we can go from like the white paper to the yellow paper. So which of these like cards on the white paper do you find like the most effective? Because I explored a lot of different ideas, and some of these have like by they'll say like organization project, and some of them don't. So
What is the organization project exactly?
that's just determining the type of project it is. So like oneleif website's an organization project, whereas there's projects that are have different categories of what they are.
Got it.
Any thoughts on these views, you guys?
This little one over here, are these like the tags?
Suze.
I couldn't hear what I think Priscilla said. Our mic is super quiet.
The
Oh,
the the top middle box. What are those icons? Are those the tags?
Oh, that was exploring the tags being in a circular sense. And as I was doing that, I was like, that's probably not the best solution because um, you can't quite tell what stuff is. And then we'd have to come up with icons for every single thing that is a tag. It seems like a lot of extra work.
Yeah, text tags are always, I think, more clear.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to pick one right off the bat, it would probably be the one below the one we were just talking about, but without the name tags, like without the text tags
The
there.
label.
Yeah,
Maybe like a description there instead.
yeah.
I think I do have one with a description that's centered. No, I don't. It'd be kind of like this one over here, except like centered, and like all this top stuff would be
Oh, the
flipping
picture
up.
finally went full quality. Oh, I could see. It was at like 480p.
Yeah, sometimes that happens in Figma.
Yeah, in terms of, I think, the content wise, I think like this captures like the priorities that you guys were talking about yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think description is kind of important because that gives people an idea of what the project is actually about at a glance without having to like click into each detail view.
I think you might be onto
Okay.
something there, Daniel. I think that one.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like that one better too because the picture and or type of project are smaller, which aren't as important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that too. And we were discussing like if we don't have an image, and a lot of them don't have images, like if that was the case, using a smaller image would probably be the best scenario.
Yep, and then the image
Um,
can be bigger when they get to their project's page, but
yeah, when they click on it,
yeah.
or maybe in mobile, it might need to look slightly different. So maybe this this side one without the tags uh label.
Yeah, I
Is
really
what
like that
that's
one.
okay. I'm gonna draw that real quick.
Somebody clipping their toenails?
That's
Tina?
what it sounds like.
Tina? Is your mouse that loud?
Yeah, sorry.
I was on the same page as Saving. I was like, what? Okay. So as far as the yellow piece of drawn out
As far as the
stuff.
yellow peso goes.
Um. So these are again active projects, but on mobile. I'm like kind of leaning towards I don't know, making that Discord, like join our Discord button big, like centered, um, and then kind of like this top right one maybe, just because it follows what we have. The only thing I'm worried about is the text in this whole split column situation. So it might need to look more. Oh, hello, Sabian.
What?
Stop moving the image.
Oh, I didn't realize. My
um,
bad.
so that might not be the best scenario. Now that I'm talking through it with you guys. So something like this middle one might be a good compromise. That way you can still see image. But I'm not sure priority wise whether you'd rather have the image first or like the active projects text first.
Probably the text, right? Because then it's gonna snap up to the top.
Have the active projects title first.
Yeah, because when you scroll down, it's gonna snap up into the header.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that too.
I think this makes sense, especially on mobile. If you have it split up into two columns, it's gonna get really tight.
Huh?
Oh no.
Sorry.
I don't know if you can hear me better.
We turned you up. We turned up your volume.
Okay. So I was saying how I like this middle one better. It just makes more sense just because having it separate into two columns, especially on mobile, it would get tight really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Should
then
that so I was checking out Fardeen's, and he, instead of like saying sign up, and it now says join our Discord. There's like a whole join our Discord button. I'm thinking that's probably going to be on every page for now. Especially in V1, we really want to get membership up. So thinking with that, do you guys think it's more effective to keep this join our Discord button kind of small and just left align, or centered and basically like full width of that page minus like the padding on the sides?
I would go full width on mobile.
Yeah, I was thinking full too. Any
Yeah.
other thoughts?
I agree. Just given the length of the CTA copy, join Discord or join our Discord is pretty long already.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and try out like mocking up that with the kind of full with join our Discord button. All right, that's all I had done for this week. I did do some design system stuff. We can kind of talk about that stuff at the end. That way, we just get through everyone's pages and everything. Hi, Raya. I just saw that you joined. um. Okay, so we don't have sign up. Page not found. That was Daniel's. The shot is done.
Hi everyone.
Contact
Sorry, I'm just going to put myself back on mute.
Okay.
I should be back. I should be home in about half an hour, 45 minutes. But I'm going to check in when I can. I want to see if I can view the page on. Thanks. If I can view
Okay.
the page on mobile.
We can just do your section about later. We can just go over
Okay.
it. Okay. Priscilla, do you want to go over what you did this week on the contact us?
Yeah, so I put in like an error state kind of thing where if, they don't put in a name or email or a message, a little error message would pop up underneath. So there's like I did that for both mobile and desktop. I played around with the bottom nav on mobile as well. It just looked really long having it kind of listed out. So I just kind of played with only icons and made it a little bigger.
Ooh.
I don't know how I feel about it, so I wanted to get everyone's thoughts on that. And I wanted to get people's thoughts on the success page. I only did desktop for now because I wasn't sure like if it refreshed, would the whole thing just go away, like the whole contact us and all that, would that go away as well? Or is it only just the form that gets refreshed? Like, I don't know how you guys want to handle that. And I wasn't sure what it would really say yet, so
I kind of like the right one. It's way cleaner.
This one?
The right one is cleaner. I'm trying to think, would you still want to be able to see that information though on the like the email and call us after you've submitted a like email to them? I'm trying to think like would
I
I still
know.
want to see that?
I know Karen definitely would. I just sent him an email. Let me call him.
Unless if we put that information in our footer, but
Yeah,
that
that
might be
could
for
be
footer
another
super.
option.
I think you'd still want to have the information. You don't want it to like disappear after use.
If they refresh the page, though, wouldn't it come right back?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it seems unnecessary.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
fair.
that information could go under the text over here or something.
Yeah. Just
Or
this
maybe just if we keep this one and then maybe just like bold that thank you or something.
one. So if we refresh the whole thing, so only basically like this part would still. What did I do? Like only that would be here.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not bad too.
And then maybe like
I
a
like
little
that.
I also like that.
That's yeah. It
Super
might be
duper
a good
clean.
way of dealing with that problem. Because then it's still clean, but you still get that information. And then that guy could be aligned with the bottom of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I'm
I think
thinking of
that might
adding
be a
like
good way
a
to go about it.
one-liner before something along the lines of if you wanna, I guess we still reach out, you can. I don't know, just like a quick one-liner before this because it's kind of
Mhm.
weird.
Yeah.
I agree. Nice.
I'd like to
Um,
discuss that mobile footer some more. If we have the chance. Kind of make a concrete one decision because I'm working on that right now.
mm. Honestly, I don't mind the 2-column icon social media.
Would more space between be better? Or
Yeah, perhaps
I mean,
more
it looks
space.
good that way, but I'm just thinking like
Like vertically.
of clicking. Yeah, vertically.
Hmm. Just because I agree, this is a lot of scroll at the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and you can recognize these. A lot of these are very easily recognized.
Also, having the names next to them adds another element to displaying them because then it's. I mean, I'm doing it. I was working on the long one right now, but I can easily do the other one.
What's everyone else's thoughts on the footer?
If I had to pick one, it'd probably be just the icons, because like Priscilla said, the other one's really long.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, and I'm trying to think like a user experience where I'm like online on a website and then it's like, oh, there's more footer. Oh, there's more footer. Like keeps going.
It's like an infinite scroll on a footer. It's weird.
So yeah, I agree with. I think Will said it. Where adding a bit more space between them might be helpful. I think there's enough horizontal space. The only thing is just like making sure they don't accidentally click on.
Yeah, just fat fingers, you know.
Yeah, I could see you maybe decreasing the icon size a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, be careful with that.
Got it.
So the idea was to not have like all of the like the full footer from like desktop for mobile as well.
I think we mentioned that most of it would be in the hamburger menu.
Yeah, the those links and stuff would just all be involved in the hamburger itself. So
Mhm.
it wouldn't really be a need to have it down in the footer. At least that
Sorry,
was what Bardine was saying last meeting.
has anyone suggested doing something like this?
Oh, and then add a little space between.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way of looking at it too. Then you still have that text just in case
Yeah.
you didn't know what that icon is. Yeah, I would definitely explore that this week.
Raya said for the footer, can we drop the text and just have icons on mobile? So would that just be having the icons vertically, or just like making sure not to have the text at all?
Drop the text and stuff icons. Oh, he's typing.
As we wait.
Yep. Oh, not having the text at all. That way we can have the icons horizontal. Maybe 3 in a row. Oh. That might be interesting.
Okay.
I feel like 3 in a row might be effective as well, as long as there's space between them enough where you don't accidentally click something.
Yeah,
4 in a row and
four.
smaller icons.
Yeah, smaller and then four. Kind of like basically this.
I could see that too. Oh, boom. There it is. That is very clean. Also, it's horizontal, and footers are usually pretty horizontal. So I feel like that matches kind of user experience expectations of
I
that.
feel like those icons would need to be bigger though.
A little bit bigger, probably.
Yeah.
But that's the right idea. Mm-hmm.
So since we have less space on mobile, it would be better to drop the text.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's a good
Or
point.
like
Mhm.
this, but
Yeah,
with bigger
uh,
icons.
I feel like we're pretty much in agreement, which is good.
That makes my life easier too.
Yes, it really does. Did you? Oh wait, you made confirmation error for desktop just to make sure it was correct.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you did do error in mobile.
Yes.
Mhm.
I just didn't do the success for mobile because I wasn't sure which way we wanted to.
I'm thinking your error is perfectly fine. When we come up with the red that's actually in our color scheme, then we can definitely use that red. But for now,
Yeah.
this is fine with me. Because it mentions like it uses words, which I appreciate. Because if you don't tell them what's wrong,
Mm-hmm.
then how do they know to fix it? The only thing I might add is maybe like an asterisk, or actually maybe not. Trying to think.
I feel like having no asterisk kind of lets you know that everything's a required value.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was gonna say there's only 3 inputs, so
Yeah.
it'd be a little silly. Please enter valid email. Are these aligned too? Yeah, those are aligned. Anyone else have thoughts on the error screens?
Looks good to me.
Same.
Okay. Yeah, good job on those error messages. The only thing I might maybe this is like disabled or something, the send button,
Send until everything's filled in.
which I don't think we have disabled states yet.
I was about to say we have a disabled button.
Mm-hmm.
And that the send color is different than, or the button is different than the color from the landing view. So
So okay, that's something to look at then too. Oh yeah, this is like our medium kind of
I'll
green.
just copy
Okay.
that over.
That's easy. That's not that hard of a fix.
Yeah.
So I guess for next week for Priscilla, which I should probably go over what I'm gonna do next week too, but it is those icons in like the 2 grid for the footer, and then like the air air was fine, but it was a disabled send button is really what is left here. Okay. Let's move on.
so at this rate, are we able to get started on the contact page for the site?
For the contact page.
For like from yeah, for the JS side, the dev side.
I would say I want to say yes.
I don't really see it changing. And if it does, it would be that much of a change.
Yeah, because right now it's just the small stuff like disabled, making sure these buttons are the same.
What's the
That's
difference
really
between oh, can we like for these whatever one we agree on, can we like say like this one in the title or something? Or like completed?
or say like contact form final.
Yeah.
Even though there's never a final.
What
Yeah,
about
but
Or you can say V1.
because I use these for reference whenever I'm working, so I'd like to know which one.
I almost think we should move everything to one Figma that's like the complete Figma, because are we like using like 3 separate ones?
No, not anymore.
Oh, okay, cool. Never mind. I retort my statement.
Could we have like a just make a page in here
What
that's all
wording do you guys want to agree on for the final ones?
so that's the send button in these forms are different than the mobile one. Should I just be going with the one from the desktop?
Yes, go with the desktop one.
Yes, that's
Okay.
ones.
I don't.
Maybe we should just call it like V1 and then like the name of the thing. That way you know that's like the final V1 one.
I mean,
So
right now it kind of shows this 3.8 desktop on the far left, on the left are all final. I'm assuming
Yes.
they look like they show
I guess
errors.
contact us isn't going to really change between versions.
No, I mean most of these things aren't really going to change between versions. Right now, we're just, I guess, like just it's adding the functionality
Mm-hmm.
and
So
then
maybe
adding
we should
pages
just call
that
them
have
final,
functionality.
like final contact, whatever, in the title of.
We could,
the
yeah, final contact. I guess you can have V1 on it in case we do want to change things for version 2. I don't really see contact changing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Agreed. What are your guys' thoughts? Everyone else.
should we? One of my thoughts on the success page for contact. Do we want to get rid of the page title, like on success? Because I know we were liking the one on the right more because it's cleaner.
Mm,
But huh. Oh,
the one on the right is what Raya says. And then keeping that title, assuming that everything's aligned. Little space. Yep. There we go. Maybe a bit more space, but like that's minor. Yeah, that could be the success page essentially, except for a little bit of spacing. Okay, so for our final ones, we're gonna label final. I think should final be all caps? Probably. Final all caps and then like V1 and then like the name of it. Except the only one that I'm like, probably not gonna change is like form. For a contact page, but I don't know. So it could be like, oops. Final V1, oops. And then like page or whatever the title is. Something like that. Maybe a space between.
are we gonna need pages made for the privacy policy and terms and conditions also?
Yes.
Have the links at the bottom of the footer. That's what I was wondering about.
That is something I'm gonna write down and make sure it happens eventually.
All good. I'm just trying to make sure we keep track of everything.
No, that's good. And see, we should probably add that to like the backlog.
That's not a bad idea.
All right, so that is Priscilla's. All right. I don't want to put Ryan on the spot if he's not ready. I don't know how long it's been.
He said you can start. Slight smile.
Whatever Ryan stuff is.
Yeah, he said that.
Okay, looks like you got a lot done this week.
That map's gonna look sweet.
I think what we have been discussing. Ooh, hello, Matt. Is a circular image for the people because that signifies the difference between like a person and a project. I'm liking the celebrities. That's kind of fun. Anyway, sorry. I remember last week it was just like alignment type stuff was the issue. Looking through these. This one seems very strong. 2.1. The one at the top right. The top. Okay, top. Sorry. That seems very strong too. It's just like when we get the tags completed, which they basically are, all the tags will be consistent, and so these will have to change to be more that pill shape as opposed to like that rectangular. Okay. Oh, so it looks like he was exploring like outline versus not outline and stuff. And what I've been working and doing is they're all filled in. So I feel like just for consistency, filled in pill shape. And it looks like tags are title and stuff below or above. That's interesting.
I
Oh,
like below better for the title.
like this middle.
Yeah, I like the middle.
I'm thinking that's cleaner.
Yeah, I like the middle row better too.
Yeah, the middle row looks very clean. I agree with you guys too. Cool. We got like the picture of the map. Blah blah. Blah. We might need that join our Discord button here because I think we're putting that on every page.
I feel like it would be good to have that call to action here since it's about the team too.
So that would just like the landing page that Fardine made. It would be left aligned.
Yep.
And
Underneath meet the team block, the Discord button. Yep. That's what we're talking about.
Should that be like a more prominent CTA in the footer, just in general? Join our Discord instead of just a Discord icon?
The footer will have the icon, and it looks like under community you'll have the link to our Discord. We could have it say join our Discord instead of just Discord, but I think they want shortened Discord there, like because team about are all shortened too. We'll be separating core team to the rest of the team. That's the main idea, right?
I would drop off the core team text. And if people are like, hey, I'm on OneLeaf and I'm not on the site yet, be like, we just try to focus on some of the core members first, and then we're working on adding everyone else.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Anyone else have any thoughts on that?
Since we're going the more static route, it's going to be limited.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay, so this is it's pretty close. It's just like the tags, and then like copy paste this whole row. Beautiful, just the tags. No core team. Add the join our Discord button. This is one situation where we will need Tina and some copy for sure. I didn't bring that up on the contact us page, but we might also. Did we work with Tina yet for contact us page wording and stuff?
I don't think so. I think the only thing we've done is the homepage with Tina.
Okay. So definitely on this page, especially because it's almost done too. And the contact us page is almost done too. They're gonna definitely need some copy.
Did we address Ria's question about core team versus rest of the team?
Yeah, we should just have it. Get rid of core team right now. It's going to be core team originally, but we don't need to specify that.
Yeah. What do we think long term though?
I feel like no, but
no. Never specify core team outside of like the Discord.
Perfect.
Because we're all part of the team. It's just we made that Discord channel, so it's easier to communicate with just you guys, essentially. Okay. Yeah, good job, Raya. That was kind of weird. I was like talking for you. Daniel, can you show us what you've been working on this week?
Yeah, not much this week. And I unfortunately missed the design systems meeting, so hopefully you guys were able to talk about some of that. But yeah, I think where's I closed the Trello already. But yeah, I think it was mostly like finishing up or contributing more to design system stuff. I think you guys already looked at the layout stuff that I've done before.
Okay.
And I'll continue working on that. And then the other thing that's been kind of blocked is the illustration for the landing page.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wanted to wait and see what you guys kind of discussed in terms of branding. And then I'm also kind of curious to see what you guys will decide or flesh out in terms of maybe like a brand color palette before I work on more of that. But yeah, that's kind of like what's entailed for me for next week.
Gotcha. I would say we should because we're all a big fan of the little leaf guy that we should try to or strive to use him on every page. That might be a bit of work for you. I'm sorry. But I feel like he would fit and kind of go with our overall.
He'd be perfect to have right on the homepage, right there next to the tagline.
And
Yeah.
just make sure not to oversaturate with him everywhere.
Nah,
I
you're
feel
gonna
like
you're
he
gonna see him in
represents-
your dreams. He's gonna be everywhere.
I feel like he represents us well for our company.
You can have him in like different appearances. He doesn't have to be sitting behind a desk with a headphone all the time.
That's true.
Yeah, developers can run. Not very often, but we can do it.
Yeah.
That guy looks like he can row as well. Depending, we don't know what his bottom looks like. But I just kind of assume he's like an egg shape.
Just give him the thickest of thighs so he can run super fast.
He's a
Yes.
thickum. So I think we're all pretty much in agreement with continuing having him on the site on all the other pages. I don't know
Okay.
if that probably helps you, Daniel. As far as
Yeah,
getting some stuff to the landing.
yeah. I mean, just understanding like what is like sort of our consistent aesthetic across the site. That's helpful. So I'll try and play with him a little more. I feel like he can be a little bit more whimsical than he is right now.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I come up with.
Great. All right, let's briefly touch on like the design system, stuff and things. I know that's like Fardian's lead, but just in case people like worked on it, and then after this, we'll go back to like just discussing. Okay, this is what we want to do as like just tasking out stuff for everyone. All right. So is everyone on Notion?
Yep.
Yep.
Do I need to be on it?
Yeah.
Can't hurt.
Yeah, it can't hurt. Daniel,
Just
can you invite?
yeah, just message me your email, Tina.
Okay.
So our team in the past like week has been working on a design system. Pretty sure everyone here is familiar with that, but if not, I'll try to just like briefly touch on what it is. So a design system basically tells anyone in the team, like designers, developers, hey, these are our logos. This is when to use them. Hey, these are our colors. This is when to use them. Any sort of element that's on the site or about us is defined clearly and documented. That way it can be used consistently. So on Friday we had a meeting about this, and we tasked out some of the design system. What's that called? Task. And so if you go on the task board, those are showing you where we're at with all of those and who's working on them. Yes. Brand. Okay, so brand is something I've been working on, and then I'm gonna meet with the roots about the other roots. And it's anything about like who we are as a core company, who our personas are, our voice, Just these very defined things. That way, it's easy to understand when you first kind of join the design team, or maybe even developers and others too. Is knowing like, okay, who are we? What's our goals? What's our mission? These are just helpful things to define. There's personas in there. Again, these aren't very. They will get more cleaned up, I promise. And there's voice information in there too. So yeah, that's all like the brand strategy stuff. I'm gonna rename that. Sorry, someone renamed it and I don't like it. Boom. Okay. And then the rest is just design system, logo, colors, layout. So Daniel, you worked on layout?
Yeah, that's from last time. I think you guys already seen some of it, right?
Cool.
For most of
I
this.
like seeing that these are filled out.
Yeah. I will. I know you guys kind of fleshed out the design, the task for layout, which includes some more detail, so I can work on that. I think the body max width is something that to be discussed. I just kind of put that there. But that's subjective. I know some sites are wider than others. This is just kind of like a I don't know, a happy place for like a lot of sites that tend to be around this width. But I don't know if you guys have a preference on how you want to do layouts.
So our max width we're going for right now is 1024 because I think the landing view I was looking at was 1044. So I was kind of going off that. I guess I can see. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
I don't have a lot of experience in that area, I'll be honest. So whatever's easier to have as a max width is fine with me.
Yeah, it just contributes differently to like I guess the feel of the site. Like if you guys want more like of like full width sort of layouts with a lot of content that like maybe even like bleeds to the edges, then a wider max width is conducive or more conducive to those sort of layouts. Yeah, I mean, it's something that we can kind of be flexible about, but I think it's something that, as you guys design, you'll have to be aware of eventually.
What are we using right now then? Well, what did Fardine use? Because we're kind of going off 440. So for consistency, do we want to just say it's not 440? My bad. 1,440. For consistency, should we just go with that for all the pages?
It would definitely. It makes like because his seems area minimalistic and making it 1024. Everything seems very condensed. So I'd like 44 more or 1440 more, but if there's better reasons to use 1024, then fine with me.
So the 1440 is like his view width, which is fine. The max width is for or is a good way to keep like the content consistent. So if we're looking at like Fardine's landing page with the cards, the actual body width of the card section is about 1080, and then that's yeah, we keep like the other sections above and below that within the 1080, so that they kind of align to the same grid.
Okay, then I was confused.
Yeah. So we're not talking about max width.
Okay.
If the viewport's like beyond
content width. Okay.
Yeah, when the viewport stretches beyond the max width, then it's just kind of white space on both sides.
Okay. This is an interesting thing. Then I feel like the 1024 is effective then, especially when we're just gonna add white space to the sides.
Yeah. And it's just a way to kind of keep everything like on the same grid.
So I should be having it, if it stretches, be further than this view width right now. That it should be white space on the side, like set a max width on the body.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna dive into our tasks for next week just to kind of close this up. So going back to Figma because that's where most of our work is at. Starting with Fardine. Looking like Fardine for next week. Exploring mobile because that hasn't quite happened yet. And then let's see. Besides mobile, it's kind of just like working with Daniel to make sure that like what he envisions for the image matches and stuff. And also a lot of Fardine's work is going to be like managing and stuff. So, yeah, that's his for next week. All right, going to Sue's. So for myself, it will be putting those drawn things actually into Figma. So that involves Active Projects homepage, making that into mobile. And then as far as, let's see, any of those cards just need to be put into Figma. And then updating this to make sure that it matches style guide consistencies or design system consistencies. That's for everyone. All right, sorry, I'm writing. All right, Priscilla is next. All right, so for Priscilla's, it's just it's not a lot. The disabled state of a button, so disabled send in this case. Also the footer, which is basically done, but a little cleanup there. And then this like it submitted success page. I think it's done here, but just like any sort of cleanup work there. And yeah. All right, that's Priscilla's. And then Raya's we talked about. Let's see, getting rid of the core team text. Updating tags to match. Mocking this up in mobile. Yeah, that's all I think of for Raya. And then Danielle's already talked about is just like starting to get the little placeholder images. Focusing first on the landing page. And then if you have extra time, just tell us and we can work with you. And then Tina's in here. Yay, Tina. We have some pages that need text. And that is Active Projects needs placeholder text. Contact us does. And Meet the Team does. As
For
far as
active, sorry,
what?
for active projects, is that for the top bit?
Yeah, that's for this top
Okay.
page. Yeah. I feel like as far as priority wise go, I think that you should probably work on contact us first just because we're almost done with that anyways.
Yeah,
So we
okay.
can get that done. So I would call that your first priority.
Yeah.
And then there's Meet the Team and Active Project. Which
Okay.
one's close to completion? And then between meet the team or active projects. That's just like if
Mhm.
when you get done with contact us, that those are your second priorities.
Okay.
Yes. But definitely for this week, contact us. Get the text out for that.
Okay.
That is what I have for everyone. Anyone else have anything they want to add or? I just realized the Trello board situation. I just thought of that. Do we want to move all our tasks into Notion? Would that be more effective for everyone?
I was looking on that. I just wanted to call out that we're at 635 of our 1,000 blocks used on Notion already. So beyond that, if we're going to start moving a lot of stuff over, we're going to hit that limit like real quick.
I guess we can keep our Trello in Trello then. Just to avoid that issue. Does anyone else have a better solution for where to put our boards?
No.
All right, so let's.
Do we have any possibility of getting anything Jira, or was that they don't have anything for nonprofits? I can't remember.
I didn't do research.
Sabian, do you know?
Maybe get something on Confluence or Jira. I know that's great for planning and storing information.
I think that the roots will explore that.
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
We were asking about Jira. Did you explore that, Sabian?
I mean, I've used Jira tons of time. Oh, for pricing, you mean?
Yeah, for one.
I can go look it up real quick.
We can just work on that this week, Sabian.
Okay. I'm just curious.
But yeah, you can look it up. I don't want to. So just in general, we'll still keep using the Trello. Tina, I don't know if you're in the Trello. I can add you, or someone can add you. Other than that, I'll make sure to look at that. You can update your own and tomorrow and update stuff if I don't do it today. So yeah, that's what I have.
So, Jira is $7 a month per user, so that could get expensive quick.
Oh.
I need to go bug somebody about seeing if they'll support a nonprofit, because then we'll tell them they can put oneleif on their website, and then they benefit from it.
All right, that's all I have for the design meeting.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks for showing up, everyone, and coming and participating and all that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye.
Developer time.
That was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Babe, do you want to stay here?
Yeah.
All right, we're switching spots because Zach is developer.
Yep. FTB said he wasn't going to make it, and Arcus isn't going to be available for 2 more hours, so it's kind of just us.
All right.
I might stop back home and grab a snack and come back.
As far as updates, Arik got AWS working. He got the backend API working, and I think Zach's going to start search here soon. What else am I missing? I think that's it on the back end.
I can show you guys what I have from the front end so far.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if y'all hold it down.
I'll pull the latest right now.
I'll stream. I can stream it real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Um,
Oh man, now that you can stream, it's so much nicer because you used to have to get in a private call.
Let me know if you see it.
Yep, I'm in.
I just have pretty much the landing page, and this is the footer.
Ooh, it looks good.
Dude, it looks so freaking good.
It looks so good.
10 out of 10.
we still don't have the responsiveness. 'Cause I'm
Whoa.
waiting for PR.
Stream, please. Oh, it,
Uh,
like, are you
oh,
changing resolutions?
no, I was just making the page bigger.
Oh, it like reloads Discord. It's super weird.
This is 100% right now because I wasn't doing this before, but he said to have white space on the side, so I was wondering. This is at like a what resolution am I at?
25 something.
I think so.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, I
25.
like it with the white space.
We're gonna have to. I'll have to figure out the toolbar with that. That's the only thing messing up there.
Yeah.
And then the footer would, from what I'm looking at with GitHub, the footer would be like this, and then the toolbar would go all the way across. Damn, how's my spectacle working? There it is. And here I have the response. I was working on the responsiveness with it, just changed, but there it is.
Hey, looks good to me. Except for, I think we just decided not to do that.
I know. I finished this last night, but I'll fix it. But yeah, I have a bunch of. I basically have been doing this. I made it modular too. So this community feature thing right here is the same as the tagline. Like these are all the same. I just
Oh, there's
added a
components?
boolean that inverts it based off the CSS, based off a value passed down.
Yeah, that's freaking perfect. Because then we can use that elsewhere.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I made like everything like this. I made modular so we could use this in other places.
Fuck yeah.
I made this. Like I made a bunch of the stuff. This testimonial thing, so we can just pick and plug it everywhere.
Damn, you went hard.
Yeah, I don't know. That's how you got to do it in React. But,
No, I'm just saying you got a lot done.
Yeah, I've been quarantined. I haven't had anything else to do.
Coronavirus is the best thing that's ever happened to OneLeaf.
I was gonna everybody, but the silver lining is it's forcing everybody to work.
Yep. Yeah, like everybody there was like 5 or 6 people that are like, well, school's canceled. Looks like all I can do is program. And it's like, yeah, get to it.
Yeah. I'm hoping now that I'm hoping to have the footer up, PR up by the end of the day, and then I'll get started on Contact Us.
Okay. I was still dicking around with the map. I need to go put some more effort into it. I think for now I'm just gonna go with the 2D version, and just do the clustering, like the circles that change as you zoom in and out.
All right.
And that I was almost done with that, so I just need to throw in some sort of mock data set and then be able to overwrite it somehow. And I'll probably have a question for you on that.
Me?
Freaking, yeah. It's not. What's that?
Is this on in React?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is just how to handle having a mock data set until we flip a switch. I guess it's V1, so we don't really need to worry about it, do we? I can just throw in a mock one for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nice. It's all static.
Yeah. Look at all these people doing all this research for me.
Just click up.
Yeah, I've never seen this guy. Oh, their page takes forever and a half to load.
Oh, one issue I was having, I forgot to ask.
Yeah.
UX. I guess I can do research on it, but like I've been using Font Family Assistant, which they've been saying, but like the font looks different than the font from Figma, even though it's like the same family.
Isn't there like subsets of the family?
That's what I was gonna do research on and like try to see which one it is because ours looks fancier. Like the other one kind of looks more minimalist, plainer, which I like more.
You like the minimalist better?
Yeah. And right now ours is fancy. I gotta find.
Which branch are you on, by the way? Refactor footer to look like V1 designs. Create homepage from designs.
Yeah, I need to push up some more. It's gonna look the CSS will be it just won't be responsive right now, but
Okay.
that's fine.
I was just curious.
Yeah, I still have to write tests for the footer and add more response, make it handle the responsiveness better, and then it should be done. Oh, this is a question for Susie. Those links at the bottom. Do we want the to go opaque or anything to show that they're clickable rather than just the cursor pointer?
She's coming here. One sec.
All right.
Did the header did we lose the search and whatnot? Oh wait,
we
we don't have those for static.
we hit all those.
Perfect.
I was wondering about the links at the bottom, the icons too. Do we want them to go opaque when they're being hovered to show that they're clickable, or just the cursor pointer right now?
The icons too versus just like the text changing.
Well, I mean both, like the text and the icons in the footer.
Mm.
They're links, but they don't. Based off the Figma, I didn't know how they would respond to behavior.
Probably both, because I feel like that's more expected.
What, to go opaque?
For both of them to change, yeah.
Okay. What did Arcus add? Something about JWT? I didn't get a chance to look.
Yeah, he fully implemented it.
He fully implemented. What a guy.
Dude, Arctic is a freaking badass, man.
He's killing it.
That's like the one name I always hear pop up, and I'm like, yeah, he's really good. I always hear Will's name pop up too, and I feel like you're really reliable too.
No.
So he created an access token, a refresh token. He returns both of them on the login. He added the JWT middleware, so that way, whenever you make requests, it goes through the middleware for user auth. He created an endpoint for you to be able to refresh your token. Validates the expiration of them, invalidates them on logout, updates the logout to invalidate them, added tests, and then documentation for how it all works.
Damn.
Dude actually made if you go to the PR for it, the dude actually made so many code changes that would have taken me a century.
I need to take a look.
And he hates documentation, and he actually added a fuck ton. I'm so proud.
How do you hate documentation?
I don't remember his wording. He just didn't enjoy it. I mean, I don't like documentation.
Like the act of doing it.
Yeah. It's just not as enjoyable as programming, you know?
Damn, he did a shit ton.
Yeah, dude, it is a massive amount of code changes.
I like how he threw his name on everything.
Oh, does he have the default adding his name
It
to the
says
top?
created by Art.
I think that's
Art.
native to Xcode.
Uh,
Zach, correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm glad he chose the name Arcus rather than his real name.
Dude, his real name is super cool.
I can't pronounce it.
Arcadius.
Oh, that's Arcadius? Okay.
Whoa.
That is a badass name.
That's a cool last name too.
Zmedzin? I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that.
But anyways, I think we're kind of on track. Arcus is even he's pounding out V2 features because the backend's been done for so long.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Does the front end have the AWS deploy set up?
I don't think so.
No, it's right now oneleif. I didn't know if we were waiting for version 1 to be completely finished to have it out there.
That's probably a good idea. Not to lie.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Um,
Oh, there's some extra pull requests I haven't looked at
we're
yet.
gonna have I saw a ticket for the dev domain. Were we gonna be doing that soon?
The API is doing it. So, but yeah, for you guys, yeah, I think we should.
have a develop front end?
Because develop would be the develop front end, and develop v1 would point to them like the normal, like the just oneleif.com. And then once we're done with that and that goes into master, we can point that to master. It is my understanding of that.
So okay, so as we're working on like the front end, right? We want to have like a dev.oneleif.com that when the when a new PR is made, the rest of us can go look at it once it's pushed or merged in. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that a lot actually.
I was hoping to have that so UX could like. Right now, our bugs would only just be like fixing UX. So I'd like I kind of want Fardeen's input, like everybody's input on their page they made before it gets released. I
Yeah,
want to do it before merge, but I know how hard it is to get together for that.
yeah. I mean, we can
I,
teach the UX people how to do it, but it's kind of a pain in the ass for them to even do it. But we can kind of take our best crack at it as developers and come back to it with the UX designers because that's probably the quickest iteration method.
yeah,
Yeah, so I think dev.api.oneleaf.com API or master and
And
or
develop.
develop master.
Yep.
Uh, so then the same thing would be for you guys, except just no API. So it'd be
One leaf.
dev.oneleaf.com for So that'd be super nice.
And that also like I don't know. I think it'd be cool to put that out into the open source community and say, hey, practice like making a postman for this because like we have a working API for you guys to add posts and whatnot.
yeah, that would be a good way to test things.
Or we could even have, dude, you know what we could do? We could have the Python people that are interested in Python do some web scraping. And since they have access to how our API works, it'd make it really easy for them to set up the web scraper.
What would they be scraping?
Um, they could just pull out like posts and whatnot, and then turn it into like I don't know a Python front end or something.
APIs.
Yeah, I don't know, just something for them to practice, especially client server side stuff, making requests.
Did you guys see the docs on the page?
What
On the
page?
API?
The dev.api.com/docs.
Yeah. Or I guess API. They're like the same. Well, other than
Wait a minute.
web token is in dev.
It's dev.api.oneleaf.com, right?
dev.api.oneleaf.com/docs index HTML. Yes.
That's why it wasn't working. God damn it, this looks so good.
Oh, you haven't pulled down?
Me?
Yeah, just his design. That's why I wish I had more of a UX ability because the original site was my child of just like messing with shit because we didn't have any concrete designs and it looks so much worse than what we have now.
Dude, yeah, I'm actually super happy we got like Fardeen and everybody to hop on and help Suze. I mean, Suze is doing a
Yeah,
great job, but they just made it go so much faster.
So much easier having a team.
Yeah.
It's like it's not all up to me, and I have people to bounce back off of. They help me, I help them. Win-win.
Well, I don't think I really have anything else with development. Things are kind of on track. I just got to finish up the little mapping thing that I was working on, but I keep focusing on my game. I still need to contact Circle CI. I'm behind.
Oof.
I'm so behind.
So do we want the footer to go to the full length of the page if the resolution's higher than our max width, or do we want it to match the body and just the toolbar goes the full length.
Match the body.
Okay.
I told him to say that, but yes. At least for now, and for what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Yeah. We agree, so.
I like how ClickUp's slogan is one app to replace them all, but their website doesn't load.
I see their site.
Oh, is it my internet that's being dumb? ClickUp is $5 per user per month.
Per user. Damn.
I know. Who do they
If
think
you-
we are, rich?
If everybody pays for their own, it's cheaper than a Netflix
Yeah,
subscription.
that's true. But I mean, like, our core team right now is 10 members. That's $50 a month. Wait, OneLeaf doesn't make $50 a month.